It is so surprising to me that celebrities still think that we care about their opinion, and they try to find any possible way to share it with us. At the Grammys, for example, where it's really like, it's not about your opinion, it's about music. Can we just celebrate music and move on? Na na na. Nah, not when celebrities are involved. Let's go and check out Lefties Losing It, the 5 worst moments from the 2025 Grammys.
Now it's time for Lefties Losing It, and let's take a look at the Grammys. They were just on, though no one with a life seems to care too much, but we had an assortment of Lefties Losing It. So let's have a look at the top 5. Now, while much of the attention was on the tacky exhibitionist antics of Kanye and his Australian victim, or wife,
honestly,
Bianca Censori.
This was, I think it was an experiment. I think Kanye or Ye was trying to prove a point here. I still don't know exactly what the point is, but this is too far-fetched, you guys. And I even left a comment on Instagram. I was so pissed when I saw this. I was like, so women wearing the hijab in Islam is oppression, the men oppression, and we are fighting against, you are fighting against it, not me personally, I know it better, but some people are fighting against it, and this is for you not oppression of women, that he actually made her do this, and that he brainwashed her into thinking that this is all right. Your man telling you that this is all right. Nah, we're not gonna live for that. I have so much to say, but we're gonna move on because it's more about the Grammys.
It was the usual suspects with their TDS afflictions that sought to turn a night about music into one about politics. Let's start with an award that was nakedly political. Giving Beyonce the best country album is just pure politics. She's about as country as she is a natural blonde. Even she looked embarrassed by this award.
Not a picture. Nah, she's not embarrassed by it. She knows what she's doing. Why would she even make a country album? Like, she knew she wants this.
Wow, I really was not expecting this.
Yeah, we're all shocked.
Sure.
And no one who actually listens to and loves country music takes that seriously, because whether you love her album or not, it ain't country, folks.
It's not country,
Now,
yeah.
coming in at number 4 in the Grammys Lefties Losing It list is Shakira, who couldn't help but virtue signal in a most vacuous and unnecessary
did
fashion.
she do the Selena Gomez moment?
To all my immigrant brothers and sisters.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, did you not see what happened with Selena? Like, it's been like, what, 1-2 days since then? Like, you could have checked on that. Like, why did she delete her post? Think about it. Oh my God. She's not, like, I understand if you want to, like, support immigrants, but we are talking about illegal immigrants, Shakira. Immigrants that are criminals, that by the fact that they are illegal in a country, they already did crime.
In this country, you're loved, you're worth it, and I will always fight with you.
She will always fight with us? Why? What do we do, Shakira? Imagine being so out of touch that you miss that Latina voters, Hispanic voters supported Trump in enormous numbers, or being so thick that you conflate illegal immigration with legal immigration.
Exactly.
Not a single legal migrant is facing deportation or needs to be told by a Colombian songstress that they are loved. Now to the number 3 position, and it goes to a queer singer, that's what she calls herself. I've never heard of her, but she did win Best New Artist, and of course she had to mouth off about the LGBTQIA++ community and what she calls trans joy.
Trans people have always existed and they will forever exist, and they will never, no matter what happens, take trans joy away, and that has to be protected more than anything, because I would not be here without trans.
So that has to be protected more than women's rights in sports, to compete and only compete with other women that are equal to them. For example,
girls. So just know that pop music is thinking about you and cares about you.
Coming in at number 2 is another
music
activist
has
who
to
has
do
long
something with
been
it.
vocal in her support for the Democrats, who has urged Americans to vote for Hillary, vote for Biden and Kamala, and who is a single woman with little idea of the national divorce happening in the LGBTQ community, where
National
many
divorce.
LGB folk are
We're
saying
divorcing you.
goodbye to the TQ activist. Here is Lady Gaga telling trans people that they're not invisible. No kidding.
Trans people are not invisible.
When were they invisible? All we're talking about are trans people. When were they invisible? I think straight people are invisible, okay? Most straight men and women are the most invisible right now, especially in media, on TV, and anything, in social media, like anything. All I could hear about is LGBTQ every day, everywhere I turn. It even inflicted itself in video games. And that is when I started having issues, because video games were the one thing that I would run away from reality to live a fantasy world, an imaginary world. No. Now we cannot do that anymore. We need representation.
Trans people deserve love. The queer community deserves to be lifted up. Music is love. Thank you.
And the number 1 lefty losing it at the Grammys is Alicia Keys. You'll remember her. She had to apologise, or should that be clarify, her questionable post about a paraglider whilst dressed in Palestinian colours just a few days after October 7. And who can forget her posing in a burqa like it's some high fashion item at a time where Muslim women in countries like Iran are risking their lives fighting against such garments. So let's hear what Alicia had to say at the Grammys. I'm sure this is going to be riveting.
This is not the time to shut down the diversity of voices. We've seen on this stage talented, hardworking people from different backgrounds.
But you are constantly shutting down our voices and making us feel guilty about saying what feels right to us.
With different points of view, and it changes the game. DEI is not a threat, it's a gift. And the more voices, the more powerful the sound. When destructive forces try to burn us down, we rise from the ashes like a phoenix.
DEI is not a threat, it's a gift. No, DEI is neo-Marxist lunacy. It's racism and sexism dressed up as false tolerance.
That is so true. She's spitting so many facts. I love her.
Has no place in a free society where people should be judged on their character and skills, not factors they have zero control over, like their...
Exactly. If DIY was not something that, like, if we were talking about flowers, selling flowers, no problem. Include whoever you want. Who cares? It's flowers. But if it is about people's life, firefighters, you cannot do that. You simply can't do that. Like, let's not play child's games, okay? Let's get back to reality.
Gender, race, ethnicity. As for the diversity on the stage, Alicia Keys talked about, name one artist who performed or was honoured with an award who represents the majority of Americans who voted for Trump. Far from being an example of diverse voices, the music industry, like Hollywood, is full of out-of-touch, privileged idiots. An industry that is among the most closed-minded, bigoted and divorced from reality. You are in no position to lecture anyone about anything. Let's hear now from a member of the LGBTQIA++ community.
Yesterday, I had the absolute audacity.
Back in the day when we were children, we would see characters like this in cartoons. Like dressed up exactly like this in cartoons. Like, that was so far-fetched, something you would only see on TV, in cartoons, for children. Because children like to have, like, flamboyant colors and whatnot, and things that are out of the ordinary. But seeing an actual man dressed up like this,
To say I don't care how many executive orders you sign, you still don't get to tell me who I am. Yesterday I had the absolute audacity of saying I don't care if you're elected to the highest station in the world, you still don't get to tell me who I am.
Let me have the audacity to tell you no one cares who you are or how you identify as long as you don't impose your delusions
That's
on
true.
us.
Yep.
Unless you compel the rest of us to...
I agree with her 100%. Like, do whatever you want. And honestly, yeah, maybe look however you want in your house, not in front of my children, because I don't want my child to look like that. I'm sorry. But either way, like, do whatever you want and don't make it sound cooler than it is. Live your own life and do your own thing in peace. But don't impose it on us, okay? Don't make us have to do something for you. I don't have to do anything for you. You don't have to do anything for me, but please keep your shit together or keep it somewhere else and don't bring it into my home.
Call you what you identify as, what we know you are not, or give you access to our female-only areas. Well,
No.
you be you.
That's not gonna
Just
be.
leave me out of it.
Yep, no.
There'll
No,
be
no, no.
plenty more Lefties Losing It content with my next guest. And my word, there has been a meltdown over USAID funding being cut, USAID. Every rent-seeking lefty is up in arms. Here is Jamie Raskin railing against Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, you didn't create USAID. The United States Congress did for the American people. And just like Elon Musk did not create USAID, he doesn't have the power to destroy it. And who's going to stop him? We are. We're going to stop him.
And hysterical squad member Ilan Omar is also losing her teeny tiny mind over USAID.
We are witnessing
Tiny
a
mind.
constitutional crisis. We talked about Trump wanting to be a dictator on day one, and here we are. This is what the beginning of dictatorship looks like.
Oh dear, Elon, that is not a dictatorship. This is a president with a mandate imposing the policies he's duty bound to impose.
Because he literally promised he promised the nation these things, and the voters who voted for him expect him to do these things. You know, it's not like he just came up and now he's deciding to change stuff that he didn't promise people and he didn't talk about. I think that would be illegal, that he would come to power and then abuse the power without having any consequences to do whatever he wants, even though the people who voted for him don't know what he's talking about. No, people know, people knew, people voted, people agree and approve of what is going on because he has a plan. Now, if we're gonna immediately count these things and immediately say, oh my God, you guys, this is so bad for what? No, wait, let's sit patiently and wait and see where this is going and where this is heading. We have 4 years of this. Let's see by the end of 4 years how America looks like. But that is it. So far, I think it looks better. It's just took up 1-2 weeks and it already has improved drastically. So let's see what's going to happen in the future. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.